What's up guys, you're watching JayzTwoCents and this is Tech Addiction, the weekly show that brings you some of the crazy news happening in the world of technology. Apple has just filed for an entire portfolio of patents that is apparently going to cover what they are hoping to bring to us in the near future, called the Smart Shoe. The whole point of the Smart Shoe is that it's going to tell you when it is time to replace your shoes. It's going to have sensors, processors, and apparently it's going to hook up to your smart device and give you all sorts of information about your body. How many steps you've taken, how many calories you've burned, what you look for in the opposite sex, what kind of movies you like, how bad your feet stink. But I think the craziest thing is in the future now we're going to have to start saying, oh my god, I got to find an outlet because I have to charge my shoes. Of course, this is nothing more than a patent, so who knows if this will ever actually come to fruition. Apple is definitely the leading innovator of writing down something on paper and rushing to patent it. That way, if it ever comes to reality, they can go ahead and bank on us. Speaking of Apple, you guys know I like to dog Apple a little bit, and their stocks fell over 14% this week. So could this be the beginning of the end of Apple's reigning global dominance in the world stock market? A lot of analysts feel that this might have something to do with the DMCA's ruling that it is legal to unlock your smartphone devices, including Apple's, to use on other networks is expiring. This actually expired back in October, but they decided to go ahead and give the public 3 months leeway to go ahead and continue to legally unlock their devices. Could you imagine what that prison conversation would be like? Hey, so what are you in for?
Oh, I caught my wife cheating on me, so I killed her. I killed her dead and I put her in the lake, but I didn't know that dead bodies float, so here I am.
How much time are you looking at?
They said I'm going to be in here for about 4 years. What about you?
Oh, I unlocked my cell phone from Verizon and I made it work on Sprint.
Wow.
I'm facing 10 years. So the creator of Legos has been accused of racism for modeling Jabba the Hutt's palace after one of Istanbul's most revered mosques. Is that right? That can't be right. The Turkish cultural community in Austria has called for Lego to make a public apology for affronting religious and cultural feelings. Apparently, if you create Legos, you're not allowed to have any sort of feelings whatsoever, but Lego's come out and said that this is nothing more than a coincidence. They are mad because of the way that the Hutts are portrayed in the movie, and they feel that it gives a negative connotation with the Turkish people. Come on people, this is a little bit ridiculous. Just because a building may look a little bit similar to yours doesn't mean that you guys are all walking around fat slugs who are gambling all the time. This has honestly got to be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Could it be because of the fact that Star Wars The Old Republic is releasing an expansion that is all about the Hutts? Or could it be because of the fact that Disney has already announced that they are making a 7th Star Wars movie to be directed by J.J. Abrams? There are some people that are not very happy about this. Some people are not happy about this at all. If you're like me, you love mechanical keyboards. And if you're like everyone else, you really hate the sound of mechanical keyboards because of all the clickety 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 clack that they tend to make. Mechanical keyboards made their first debut back in the 1980s with IBM models that featured fully metal constructions and very, very responsive tactile keys because of the mechanical switches. But over time, keyboards have been made to be more quiet. They're made out of thin membranes with plastic construction, plastic keys on top of rubber membranes so that you don't drive your coworkers insane. So if you're like me and you like a very, very tactile, clicky keyboard, check out Martia's wireless Bluetooth keyboard, which has all the functionality and feel of a tactile feedback of a fully mechanical keyboard, but at the same sound level as your standard Office issue. This keyboard could be a little bit pricey though at $170. There are some other options on the market you could check out: Corsair, Razer, Thermaltake. A lot of these companies make great mechanical keyboards designed for both gaming as well as just comfortable typing. The last thing you would want to do is have a very loud keyboard that annoys people during live streams, or maybe coworkers that would be very, very irritated with a very loud keyboard. Hey, you want to keep it down over there? I'm trying to do Tech Addiction.
My bad.
Have you ever gone to a dating site? Have you ever heard of Match.com? Match.com has all sorts of commercials all over TV and the internet describing how using Match.com can help you find your soulmate, your lover, your companion, and how it's a fully safe website to use. However, one woman found that that's not entirely true and that you cannot throw good judgment out the window simply because a website says that it is safe. Take for instance a Las Vegas woman by the name of Mary Kay Beckham. Mary used Match.com to go on a date, and that date ended up stabbing her. Wow. I got right to the point on that one, didn't I? I'm sorry, guys. I like to do comedy on the edge. But Beckham is suing Match.com for $10 million for misrepresenting the website and saying that it was entirely safe. However, right at the bottom of every single page on the website, there is a huge disclaimer saying that Match.com is not responsible for any sort of harm or damage or injury that may come to somebody out of using Match.com. It says that there is absolutely no replacement for good judgment, and the person using the website is 100% responsible for their own safety. These are the kinds of people that require us to have some of the most ridiculous warning labels in the world. I swear to God, at work, we have a shredder that shows no paper clips, no cardboard, no fingers, and no babies. You can't make this up. It says no babies right on our shredder. These are also the same people that says it is not safe to operate motor vehicles while using a blindfold. Guys, just use your good judgment. This woman wants $10 million because she was stupid. All right, guys, I got one last announcement that I want to make. If you are in the Orlando area, do me a favor. Check out the news on Monday night on Fox 35. Yours truly, JayzTwoCents, is going to be featured on the news remixed with David Martin. They're going to be using some footage from my Working in IT Sucks video, and it's promised to be very, very funny. So if you live in the area, do me a favor, record it and send it to me. Of course, I can see it online. They're going to put it on their Facebook website, and they're also going to put it on the Fox 35 website. But I'd like to see how it looks when it airs on TV. So if you live in the Orlando area, hit me up, send me a message. I'd like for you to record it and find some way to get it to me, even if you've got to take your cell phone and just point it at the TV. If you got to be one of those guys, do it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here early. Sorry, there's no tech dumbass of the week. Couldn't find one. And I'm running out of time to get this show edited, put together, and up and online. Thanks once again to all of you guys who came to my live stream on Friday called Tech Talk with JayzTwoCents. We had over 70 people in there at one time, and it's had over 500 playbacks already. I appreciate you guys for your support. I'm JayzTwoCents. This has been Tech Addiction, and I'm going to go ahead and get the heck out of here because I've got a lot of editing to do.